Everybody, it's Miss Naughty, and I'm excited to be here today. Now, do you remember what book we read last? Because I remember we read Peter's Chair. Now, I remember this was about Peter and he had a new baby sister. I remember his parents were painting everything pink that he used to have for his sister. I remember he was so angry and so upset. He ran away with his chair right here and this dog. And I also remember Peter realizing that he outgrew his chair, like he outgrew the other stuff, and didn't need it anymore. And I remember at the very end, he started helping his dad paint the chair for his sister. My question for you today is, have you ever gotten too big for something that you used to use when you were a kid? Like Peter? Have you outgrown something like a cradle? Because I remember Peter outgrew his cradle and his mom painted it pink. And I also remember he was angry. So when you think about something that you outgrew, think about how it made you feel. Because I remember I used to outgrow clothes all the time. My clothes and my shoes. And I remember I always used to be sad that they didn't fit anymore. But I also used to be happy because that meant that I was growing and I was healthy. So I just want you to think about that today.
Hello all my jumpstart friends! So today we are going to be reading Peter's Chair for the second time. So in this story, it is written by Ezra Jack Keats. That means he's the author. And since he's the only name on this cover, he is also the illustrator, which means that he drew all of the pictures in this book. So on the cover, I remember we seen this image in our story. And Peter's right here. He's got all his things around him. He's got his crocodile over here. He's got his baby picture, and he's got his chair. So I think this is going to be an important part of the story. So let's read. So Peter's building his tower. Willie's over here, and he is stretching up to put his crocodile up on top of the tower. This building looks really finished. What do you think happens after Peter has his tower all built? Do you remember what happens? I don't know. Let's see. Let's see if you're right. Crash! Down it came. Shh, called his mother. You have to play more quietly. Do you remember why his mother said he had to play more quietly? That's right. He has a baby sister in the house. So his new baby sister needs to get some sleep, and so it needs to be really quiet so that he doesn't get yelled at anymore by his mommy. So the tower came crashing down. Let's see what Peter does next. Peter looked at his sister Susie's room, and his mother changed his cradle that he used to have to pink to give to Susie. So how does Peter feel about this? Do you remember how Peter feels? Or let's see. I don't know if you could tell by his face, but I think he would feel pretty sad that some of his things were getting given to his sister. So let's see. Hi, Peter, said his father. Would you like to help paint your sister's high chair? It's my high chair, said Peter. So his high chair used to be blue, and now his dad is painting it pink for his new baby sister. I think you could see better in this photo how Peter's feeling. Do you know how he's feeling about his mom giving away his cradle and his dad giving away his high chair? Yeah, he looks pretty angry and pretty upset. I think I would be upset too if my parents were giving all of my things away without asking me. So he saw his crib and muttered, "My crib, it's painted pink too." Not far away stood his old chair. They didn't paint that yet, so look. His crib is painted all pink for his new baby sister, but his chair over here is still blue, and blue is his. So Peter is so upset, but do you remember what he does with his chair? That's right, he runs away. He runs away with Lily, and he goes and takes his chair to his room. Oh, he was so angry and upset that he wanted his chair back. So what does he do after he takes his chair to his room? Do you remember? Alright, let's see. So he goes to his room. He's like, let's run away, Willie. So Peter filled up the shopping bag with cookies and dog biscuits. He said, we'll take my blue chair, my toy crocodile, and the picture of me from when I was baby. And Willie got his bone. So they're planning to leave because they are so angry that his things are getting given away without his permission. So he's going to take his chair and all the other things that are important to him and run away. They went outside and stood in front of his house. This is a good place, Peter said. He arranged the things very nicely and decided to sit on his chair for a while. So this is him running away. He's outside of his house. He's there with his crocodile, his chair, his baby picture, and his shopping bag. Willie's over here. He looks like he's talking to the cat. And then he's going to sit inside his chair. Do you remember what happens when he sits inside his chair? Alright, let's see. But he couldn't fit in the chair. He's gotten too big. So his body is too big to fit in the chair because he grew up. You remember in the twins' blanket when they got too big for their baby blanket and they couldn't fit in it anymore? This is just like that. He's trying so hard to fit in his chair. Look, he's looking back, but it's not going to work. He's going to break the chair if he tries to force himself to sit in there. So he believed that he thought he would fit, so he grew up. Just like the twins in the twins' blanket. So his mother came to the window and called, "Would you come back to us, Peter dear? We have something special for lunch." Peter and Willie made believe they didn't hear, but Peter got an idea. So Peter pretended that he couldn't hear his mom, and then he got an idea on what to do next. So let's see what he does. So Peter's mom called out for him. She's like, "Oh, that rascal is hiding again. He's behind the curtain." Because look, you can see his shoes there. So that rascal, that person who plays tricks on others, is behind the curtain. So she goes, she looks behind there, and oh, he's not there. Just his shoes are. He was actually behind the dresser this whole time. He said, "Here I am." So he left a sign that he would be over here, but really he was playing a trick and hid behind the dresser. That was really a rascally thing that he did. So they sat down and ate lunch, and Peter sat in a grown-up chair, so the chair that actually fit him. And he said to him, "Daddy, let's paint the little chair pink for Susie." So Peter was happy sitting in the big chair, the one that was his size, and he decided to give his chair to his sister. And that was a really nice thing to do. Look, they're both so happy. He's like, "I can't fit anymore because I grew up, but Susie is small enough and she can enjoy my chair too." So they're painting their chair pink, and look, they're having a good time, and Susie's going to be able to enjoy that chair, and Peter's feeling really good about sharing with his sister. So they're so happy to be working together. The end. Okay, thank you for reading with me, Jumpstart friends, and I will see you very soon. Bye-bye.